Welcome to the Reconnection Club podcast, the show that helps parents heal troubled relationships with their adult sons and daughters. I'm your host, psychotherapist Tina Gilbertson. Each week I'll offer you compassion, clarity, and personal development tips designed to help you reconnect not only with your child, but with yourself. Now let's get started. One of the questions I get most often when working with estranged parents is, how soon should we reach out again? Often they'll ask this before they've even sent the thing they're thinking of sending. They want to know how long to wait if they don't hear back. The question of frequency of contact is probably one of the top 3 concerns parents have. And I think that's mostly because they're in a hurry to resolve the situation. That's understandable. But if you're feeling anxious about this, please listen to episode number 1, Why Time is Your Friend, to get another perspective. Anyway, I wish there were a formula that every parent could apply when it comes to a schedule of contact, but there just isn't one. In the vast majority of cases, especially if your child has expressly asked for no contact, the best thing you can do after sending an initial loving response to that request is to wait until your child contacts you. That's the short answer, but that assumes that you've already taken the time to craft a really good response to your child's behavior, taking guesses if necessary as to the cause of the trouble, and apologizing if appropriate, and you left the door open for your child to contact you when he's ready. But most parents I work with have a hard time not contacting their estranged children at all. The idea of letting more than a few months go by without reaching out, it's unbearable. So here are some things to keep in mind, regardless of the contact schedule that you decide on. Each of the following rules of thumb has its exceptions, but you do need to understand the general case to be able to figure out whether and how these rules may apply to you and your child. Number 1, estrangement doesn't take holidays. Estrangement is no respecter of special days or events. It doesn't care about weddings, funerals, childbirth, graduations, family reunions, or Mother's or Father's Day. Give up the hope that an upcoming event will force your child to open the door, because it usually doesn't. This is true probably because special days and family events often concentrate and intensify any stress or anxiety that your child feels in relationships with family. Number 2, time passes more quickly for your child during the estrangement than it does for you. The person who requested distance in a relationship finds relief in that distance. For the other person, you, there's distress, not relief. For you, reconciliation can't come soon enough. So you reach out, but your contact disrupts your child's relief. For him or her, it's often way too soon. Their relief hasn't yet had a chance to change into missing you. 5 months can seem like 5 minutes to someone who wanted space. That's why waiting as long as you can between contact is often the right way to go. Number 3, contact comes in many forms. Sometimes when parents receive a request for no contact, they continue to send birthday cards and holiday gifts as if these somehow don't count, maybe because they don't contain a lot of words. Don't be fooled. These do count as contact, and many estranged adult children are actually angered or upset by what they see as careless disregard for their wishes. Listen to last week's episode number 10 on 5 reasons not to send gifts for more about this. Number 4, the estrangement clock resets to 0 whenever your child hears from you. Parents tell me, it's been 3 years that our son has been estranged. But what they really mean is he hasn't responded to most of their contact attempts in 3 years. But it's only been 4 months since they sent him a birthday card. So from the son's point of view, it's only been 4 months since he last heard from his parents. And he hears from them regularly. If he wanted some time apart, he's still waiting to experience that. He might have needed just 12 to 18 months of no contact to reset the relationship with his parents, but since he's never gotten that, it's now been 3 years since he initiated the cutoff, and there's no end in sight. Again, the 4 general rules of thumb I just shared were: 1. Estrangement doesn't take holidays. 2. Time passes more quickly for your child than it does for you. 3. Gifts and cards count as contact. And 4. The clock resets to 0 with every contact attempt. Understanding these concepts, you must choose a contact schedule that makes the most sense for your family. Your personal contact plan will depend on whether your child has asked for no contact and on the nature of the problem that led to the estrangement. For instance, if your child has ever accused you of being neglectful or uncaring, your contact may be more frequent than that of a parent who's been accused of being controlling, critical, or selfish. For more tips on contact and other practical considerations for estranged parents, join our mailing list at reconnectionclub.com/mailing-list. Until next time, remember that you are a loving, lovable, and still growing human being. So please take good care of yourself. Bye for now. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Reconnection Club podcast, I invite you to check out reconnectionclub.com. The Reconnection Club is for parents at any stage of estrangement from their adult, child, or children. So whether you've just realized there's trouble between you, you've been living with estrangement for years, or you're newly reconciled but still walking on eggshells, the Reconnection Club is your essential resource for information, support, and continued personal growth. With our courses and workshops, expert interviews, monthly Q&A calls, and a friendly, active community, the Reconnection Club is a wonderful place to be for anyone suffering the pain of estrangement from an adult, child, or children. So check it out at reconnectionclub.com.